Hello, Lori. How are you today?
I'm good, Ev. How are you?
Good, thank you. Can you introduce yourself and tell us about your role at Tulmar?
Sure. My name is Lori Morris. I'm the VP of Operations at Tulmar Safety Systems, and I am also the accountable executive for our largest account, General Dynamics Land Systems.
What drew you to your career? Was it something you always wanted to do?
What drew me to my career is I'm very goal-oriented. It wasn't what I thought I wanted to do when I was in college. I had actually started off in marketing, but I found that to be a little bit too undefined for me. I need hard facts, I need numbers. So the operations portion of things, hitting deadlines, meeting deliveries, those were things that attracted me to my role.
And what does a typical day look like for you here?
A lot of interaction with our client, a lot of running around with our production scheduling, so our production manager, our MRO manager, supply chain, ensuring that we are operating as efficiently as we can, making sure we have raw materials available to support production and meet customers' requirements.
So at Tulmar, we pride ourselves on our values of resilience, caring, and integrity. Can you share an example of how you embody these values in your daily work?
I think it's part of everything that I do in a day. I care for our customers, I care for our employees, and I care for our business overall. The well-being of our employees is absolutely the utmost importance to make sure that we can deliver our customer needs. If we don't have happy employees, we're not going to have happy customers in the end. In terms of integrity, it's just doing as we say that we're going to do and following through and making sure that we meet all those customer requirements. Resilience, I'm kind of one of those girls at the end of the fight that will still keep going. You know, if there's a deadline, it's coming close, everyone's getting tired, I'll keep out to fighting until the end.
Can you describe a recent project you worked on that you found particularly challenging or rewarding?
Challenging and rewarding go in the same hand in hand for me, and I'm going to say that was starting up our partnership with SAAB, bringing some of their production into our facility, going over to SAAB, seeing what they did in Sweden, and then being able to bring that same setup back to our cell, having our sewers learn how to read their sewing manuals, their drawings. It's very similar. You think sewing is sewing, but everyone has their own kind of tips and tricks, so in bringing that into our facility, having successful completions of delivery was very important.
Our slogan at Tulmar is Engineered for Protection. Can you describe a project or instance where you felt your work directly contributed to that mission?
I'll lean back on one of the projects that we worked on with General Dynamics Land Systems as our customer. They had approached us with the need for having a theft deterrent net for the outsides of the vehicles, as when they were in theater there was a lot of pilferage from the outsides of the vehicles. So we worked closely with their engineering team and our engineering team and came up with a solution of having a lockable net that actually has a cable that runs through it, so it's a theft deterrent.
What's your favorite part about working at Tulmar?
I think the favorite part of Tulmar for me is it's a small enough company that I truly have an impact. I want to feel that my actions actually contribute to the overall well-being of the business, and I think that this is an appropriately sized business for me to feel that.
How has your career grown or changed since joining Tulmar?
Oh boy, that could be a long story. I've actually been here, I'm in my 19th year. I started in 2005 and I started in purchasing. So I've been in the purchasing department, I have actually worked in the MRO department, I've worked strictly in the sales department as an account rep, and then now my last role, VP of Operations. So it's transitioned quite a bit, but growing and learning different facets of the business have allowed me to progress in my career.
What do you like to do outside of work?
Oh, what I like to do and what I get to do are two completely different things. Outside of work, I have two children that I am still trying to be a mom to, so they keep me on my toes. Actually, my husband and I have taken up overland camping, and we really enjoy doing that. We're heading out to Newfoundland in a couple of weeks.
And where do you see Tulmar in the next 5 years?
I see us on a growth plan right now. Honestly, in 5 years, I don't know the exact niche that we'll be in, but I see us developing that partnership with SAAB, doing more design and development work for them with some of the vehicles, maybe becoming a sales extension for them, also developing more of our own IP, hopefully really cracking into that Galeo market and making us a forefront leader in the inflatable market.
What's the most memorable moment you've experienced during your time here at Tulmar?
I can't pinpoint. Well, like I say, Ev, it's been almost 20 years. There's been some really high highs and some really low lows. But the one thing I will say is Tulmar has always been able to come together and rally as a family, as a business, to ensure our continued success.
If you could invent a tool or device to make your job easier, what would it be and why?
Well, that's a loaded question. I'm going to say a cloning machine, because if I had two of me, I might actually have enough time in the day to get to what I need to do.
And if you could switch jobs with anyone else within Tulmar for a day, who would it be? And what would you be most excited to experience?
I think I'd like to try that heat sealing equipment behind us. Everyone tells us how much of a unique skill set it is, so I think I'd really enjoy learning that challenge.
Thank you, Lori.
Thanks, Eb. Have a great day.